Yeah, so I thought it'd be a really good time to do a little bit of a catch up post conference. So Karen, Jazz, and Jess, and myself and Mel, we were all at the conference, if you guys probably seen, and I just felt like I really wanted, well, Mel and I were speaking, we really wanted to keep this momentum going post conference because that's when we share the most of the knowledge and things that we've learned. And I think from being at the conference and just it almost solidified to like myself personally that it's so possible within this business from seeing so many other women share such amazing stories, and they were all literally just people like you and I who started with absolutely no idea, had no hope in the business, and just continued to push forward and push past their beliefs and other people's beliefs as well. And at the end of the day, what I really learned, one of my takeaways was that this business does take time, and we are so quick within this day and age to want instant gratification with whatever we do. You know, like Chloe said on her caption before, and I was like, it's so true. Like, we're so quick to get food delivered to our door. Like, everything is so instant. We don't have to work for anything in this life much. And then we get really frustrated when it's not there at the click of our fingers. So I think that's something that I really took away was like, if this business takes 3 years to build, then so be it, because I'd hate to like restart this business over and over and over again. Like, just think about where you could be if you just started today and you didn't quit on yourself, you know? So that's a big takeaway that I took. And, I don't know if some of the girls on here want to share a little bit of their takeaway. Just keep it like kind of short and to the point, or some things that you maybe wish you would have learnt a little bit more of, and then maybe Mel and I can kind of dive in on that and see where we can help you there. I mean, it was my first conference with Arbonne, and I think it obviously was Mel's first conference, but we have been to a few like other network marketing conferences before. But I think yeah, this time it hit real different. I don't know. I think it's because everyone there was so genuine, and I just seen myself within every speaker and stuff like that. And I was like, this is exactly where I want to be, and I know that you girls do too. So we signed up for this business. Literally, take yourself back to that point in time when you decided to say yes to this business. Like, what was that reason? And keep that in the forefront of your mind, because I know that as time goes on, we can lose the hope and we can lose the desire when we're not seeing the results that we want to see. But yeah, just take yourself back to that and just keep that in the forefront of your mind. And if you don't quit, then you know it's going to work. So maybe Mel, you could go first, and if you want to have a little bit more to say.
Oh, yeah. So, like, one of my biggest takeaways was I don't know if you girls that went remember Katina's speech, and she was talking about like coming from a place of service. And I know sometimes within our wider community, like the girls like to do a lot of cold calling, and Katie and I we don't resonate with cold calling. And so when Katina was talking, she was speaking of coming from a place of service and genuinely interested in people, like, because often people will kind of dive in to, the things that they dislike or the things that they're struggling with. And instead of us jumping quick to try and fix it there and then, she was saying, like, ask them questions. Like, how does that make you feel? Just be like, oh, so it sounds like you need a sense of community. And I put that into practice straight away with one of my friends, Beck, and she was talking about being in a toxic work environment, and she loved the look of the conference and everyone looked so happy. And I was like, I can't believe that we can call this work. And, um, I said to her, I was like, so it sounds like you need something that can be a bit flexible and something that can give you a sense of community and like girlhood. And she was like, yeah, I actually do. And I was like, oh, would you like to jump on a 10-minute call and see if this business could be for you? And she was basically like, yeah, I'd love that. So we booked a call for the end of the week, and just coming from that different shift of coming from a place of like, I care, like of service, has made a huge shift in my business.
Hmm. And I love that because that's something that one of the girls said is when we're having conversations with people is to be interested we want to be interested. We don't want to be interesting. So when you really think about that, it's this the switch of like, okay, we want to be interested in everyone else rather than them coming to us and we're the highlight and we're the limelight. We want to shift that onto other people because then we're providing value for them and they can see themselves in our problems that we're providing for those people. And then that generally makes that connection for them to feel safe and to come to us because it's generally coming from a place of, hey, this girl might have something to offer for me. And that's where the trust and stuff builds. So I really loved that quote of be interested, not interesting. And that just comes from the social selling. Like this business, it's really, really simple. And I think we can so overcomplicate it. And something that I've done from the start is, you get so caught up in thinking you have to do it this certain way, but literally we are in network marketing. All we do is have conversations with people and touch on their pain points. Like Mel said, how are you feeling? Like, what are your pain points? How can I help you? It's not coming from a place of me all the time, and that's where people want to see that relatability. So I know that we've gone over this a few times, but I think just like what Mel said, it's just that shift in the business to put into practice for a few times. And don't think, oh, I've done it once, it hasn't worked. I've done it twice, it hasn't worked. It compounds over time, right? So don't sit there in 3 months and be like, oh my God, I'm not where I want to be. You could be so close to where you want to be, but if you give up, like that's basically going to hurt you in the long run because you could be compounding over time. So yeah, Jazz, what did you take away from the conference?
So I have a lot that I took away, but I wrote like some stuff down. So my key takeaways, I'll just list them off quickly. You can only fail if you quit. So as we said, like about the compounding and stuff like that. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. So like how lucky are we that we have all this self-development stuff that we get to do on top of the business side of things, and it's all part of it as well. So like learning and growing from what we're getting taught through all the self-development and taking that on board and putting the steps into place into our business as well. Building our own rhythm based on our own life as well, because we all lead very different lives. So like I'm a mum, so I have to work around my daughter and life in general. So building my own rhythm instead of trying to like copy someone else's routine and rhythm as well, because it's not going to work for me.
Yep.
Shifting your language, because that shifts the power. So basically as we were saying, coming from a place of wanting to help them rather than like ourselves. Your why also needs to be bigger than your excuses. So why did you start this business in the first place? So basically mine was my daughter and giving her the life that she deserves and like freedom to be with her and financial freedom, obviously. Also don't wait for the, sorry.
Go to
what was that?
arbon.com.
Yeah. Don't wait for the perfect conditions, plant the seeds now. So same sort of thing as like the compounding over time, having those conversations, because they may not be ready now, but they might come to you 6 months down the track and be like, okay, I'm ready. Like, also to stop comparing our journey to someone else's. So like people can easily go, oh, look, I want to be doing what Mel's doing or Katie's doing, but our journeys are so different. So we need to stop comparing. Also the 3 values, like how we got to basically, she got us to go over our 3 main values. So mine were family, health, and connection. So building connection with other people and coming from a place of service again. So they were my main things, but I probably took away a lot more than that, but they were the key ones.
It's a lot to absorb. And the thing is, when we sit in the rooms like the conference, we know everything already, right? What everyone said on that stage was basically everything that we already knew. I think sometimes it just takes that other person to hear it from and be like, oh, I already knew that. And like now that they've explained, I realize that they're just like me and they're no one special. So I think that really makes you feel a lot more at ease of being like, if they can do it, I can do it, you know? I was talking to Chloe today about the gym. Like I had a massive anxiety attack in the gym today. And then she was saying to me, she's like, literally used to sit in the bathroom and cry every time she would go to the gym. Look at Chloe now. Would you think that? She's the most confident person on this planet that I have met. And I'm just like, that is just because she has practiced over and over and over again.
Repetition.
She's always just put herself in the room that made her feel the most uncomfortable and just keep on going. And that comes into every aspect in our life. So, and business is no different. So Karen, I'd love to hear from you.
Yes, well, like as we were saying, like there's so much, so many good gems from it. Like everyone was like amazing, but one big takeaway was like everyone is so different, like on different paths. You shouldn't compare yourself to them. Like stay in your own lane. Someone had to talk on that, and I really resonated with that. Yeah, really powerful for me.
Amazing. I'm glad that you got stuff out of it, and just putting it into practice now is the main thing. You know, when we come home from the conferences, we can be on this high for a week and then it will drop off. Like it's normal, it's human nature. But I think it's about, like Mel said before, we take a breath, not a break. And it's about just resetting and refocusing, and it's okay to have our time, you know, to reflect and be like, okay, exactly how am I feeling within this moment, but how can I pick myself back up and keep on going? So, Jess, do you want to talk, or is your husband really annoying you right now? Is she typing?
It's really not safe for me to talk. He has not shut up the whole time.
That is so fair.
And trust me, you don't want to hear him.
Maybe you need some inner calm so you can just calm down.
I'll run away. Fuck me. Okay, no. I give up.
All right, well, you're an Arbonne consultant now, Nath, if you want to just have a little chat.
Oh, God, you don't want that.
He's following her everywhere.
I mean, she is pretty hot.
Yeah, thanks, guys. But no,
she definitely looked
everything that you guys have said
on Saturday night.
So true. Oh, great. Now I've got the kids coming. Sorry. But yeah, like everything you guys have said, I've taken away. Like a lot of it for me was a bit of a wake up call to realize who I am and why I'm doing it, which I still don't have the answers, but that's it's helped me push myself to think about what the answers are.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm being yelled at again. Sorry.
I like, in the sense of like, are you coming from a place of like, because your answers change all of the time. Like it's never going to be the same reason as to why you signed up within that first moment. Like things change, like your visions for yourself and your life change all of the time. But I think what we need to remember, and I say this all the time to you girls, is like Arbonne is what we do, but it's not who we are. So we can use this business as our vehicle to create the life that we want. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be the number one network marketer in Australia. It means that it can give us choices, and it can give us the desire to have the life that we want. So I think that's really important, is it's not just about doing network marketing and that is solely your purpose in this lifetime. Your purpose can be way greater than that. And this vehicle can just give you that flexibility, the financial freedom that you're after, and more of a greater purpose, I think, too. So, I love that. And obviously we'll dive deeper into our one-on-ones, Jess, and we can get a bit more clearer with that and see how you're feeling. And something that I've noticed within this business is if you're not doing personal development, the business won't work. You have to be doing personal development within this business. And that's something that I've really started to reflect on now. And I think all of you girls would know, like, it comes from getting uncomfortable and holding a mirror up to yourself and being like, okay, where else in my life do I do this pattern? Where else do I say I'm going to do something and I don't follow through? I do it for 3 months and I drop off. It's the same in business. If we do it for 3 months, we drop off. We're not going to be in the same place that we were if we continue to grow. So, Tiff, now, I know you weren't at the conference. Abby, I'll scoot back around to you. We'll go in a full circle. But yeah, how are you feeling? You know, it's been a while since we've had this little Team Zoom, which I'm loving seeing everyone on here actually.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I was saying, was it in the group chat that I think I sent that voice message in the group chat. I was doing really well.
Mhm.
And I was like posting and doing the things and then I don't know, something happened and I was like, I can't be on social media at the moment. Like I just needed a break.
Mhm.
Just lots of things happening with my boys and everything just got way too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't back up, mate. I just needed to get off and just have a breather and just reassess where I was at. But I think too, with the conference coming up, that may have played a bit of a role in it. So I was feeling like I was letting you guys down by not being there.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
And so I think that may have been like a big part in how I was feeling with everything coming up to it. But like I was just trying to, well, I'm freaking glad I didn't because obviously we got sickness go through the house and I was not well.
Mm.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't have been getting on a plane on Thursday or Friday last week. It was terrible. But I've just been reminding myself over the last few weeks, like I am doing this for my boys and being away from them at this time just wasn't possible. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
They'll always be next year. And right now, like, it's not even my older two, it's Jerry. Like, he at it, like, he's 3. He's so clinging. He cannot be away from me for more than an hour. And so it was just how it was. But I'm feeling good. I've actually, we were just talking about personal development and I have a whole list of audible books that, I've purchased over the last 5 years, probably since I was doing the last, network marketing. And so I've started to go through them again, because I just felt like I needed to. And so the one that I'm actually listening to right now is, one moment. Let me just get the correct name. Unfuck Yourself by, Gary Bishop.
Nice. And
I
I
just felt
think
like that
that's the
was, yeah.
beauty, that's the beauty of the business is like it's always going to be here when life happens. And okay, this just reminded me a big thing that they said in the business was you need to prepare for impact. Life is going to happen, illness, death, divorce, kids, whatever happens, you need to prepare for that. And by doing the work now, you're always going to have this business to fall back on. And how amazing is that? If you were to have a normal 9 to 5 job, right, and some dramatic thing happens within your life where you need to take 6 months off work, do you think that business is probably going to be there for you when it ends? Probably not, right? So I think it's so amazing while maybe we can't see the bigger picture right now, maybe in couple of years' time, you could turn around and be like, I'm so thankful that I have this to fall back onto because now life is lifing and now I can have that reassurance and rest that I'm looked after, you know?
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it's like it's so much bigger than just network marketing. Like this can literally change our life. And yeah, I think that's really important to remember. Like you're doing it for your family and your boys, and when life happens and you need to be a mum in those moments, you can be because you've done this and you've done the work. So, yeah, I really, really like that. Abby, how are you feeling?
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I've just got one on my lap. Yeah, I think, Katie, we've just had the same conversation over and over again. Just really struggled to get out of my own head.
Yeah.
I did have the 2 sales though, sort of earlier, sort of the last week and then the week before, so that was all right.
Yeah.
Just family, but it's a
Okay.
start. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, and doing a lot of personal development stuff, but I also think, am I doing too much?
Okay.
Am I listening to too much? Am I,
Are you
and
feeling a
not
little bit
doing,
overwhelmed with that?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I love them and I really get into it. And, once I've listened and I take all the notes and I feel really inspired, and then I don't know, it's just like a switch
Yeah.
gets flipped, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it comes back to those patterns that you might be telling yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
it's something that you've maybe always done. And it's just about getting really uncomfortable and being like, no, like I am recognizing these patterns now. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. Like we can keep going around in these same circles, but all it takes is one day of action. Start really, really small. Don't overwhelm yourself is something that I've learned as well is I kind of like all in or all out, and I'm like, that's when I fail because I think I get so down on myself by being like, oh, say I've set myself 5 goals, 10K steps, 10 minutes on my business each day. If I don't do one single one of them, I write myself off. Where I think Jess did a reel today on the gym, and I was like, she's like, just because you've missed 5 days of exercise doesn't mean that you're completely screwed. Pick up and start again. Don't let one day ruin a whole bad month. It's all
Yep.
about keeping in that loop and just picking yourself back and putting your big girl pants on again. Be like, cool, let's try again tomorrow. Today in the gym, I did 20 minutes on the treadmill and I sat there and I was so disappointed within myself because I'm quite like I'm not clueless at the gym, but it was in my anxiety in my head, and like we all go through things where we overthink and we try and let it derail us. But then I sat there and I was like, I'll just go back tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow I do half an hour on the treadmill. It's 10 minutes better than I did today. So it's all
Yep.
about just doing those little bits of extra steps that will compound over time. So
Yep.
yeah, I really love that. And I really want every one of us to stay connected to one another and lean on each other. Like that's what we're here for. We're a team. This isn't it is an individual business, and we can't do this for anyone but ourselves. We can do all the training, we can do all the tools, but it's action. And like Mel and I are here for you guys so much because I truly, truly want this for each and every single one of you. Like I say that with every ounce of my being. Like I can see so much potential in every single one of you, and you all have your differences. And like I want us to all be there next year tenfold. Let's bring on some new people. Let's get out of our comfort zones, and yeah, let's freaking go. Like I'm so amped up for this because I just know that if we keep each other accountable and have accountability partners if you need to as well. Check in with me, harass me, being like, I love that. I want you to come to me because that shows me that you're wanting it and you're connected, right? So yeah, if you guys want to book in like a one-on-one with either Mel or I, like we're both here to go through that with you and work out a set plan. I've booked my one-on-one with Chloe. I think you guys are all going to do that too, by memory, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I just wanted to have a little bit of a debrief Zoom and let you guys know that don't give up because it's so possible, and I can see every single one of you in that room next year. So yeah, that's all I have to say. What about you?
So the other thing is that they are doing a DM Launchpad starting on the 1st of October. So those who have no idea what that is, I'm currently doing an AM Launchpad, which is like 90 days to RVP. But they are doing a new one for district managers to go area manager. So there's still time, even if you get into qualification this month for like district manager, you can smash it next month and then jump into the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But they do all sorts of things. You get an accountability partner. There's like prizes. They tally up your points just for showing up on the Zoom, and you get to meet some really amazing people. So the lady that I'm currently partnered with, Angela Weston, is a 4-wide ENVP, and I am just absorbing so much information from her, and anything that I can bring in to our team, I totally will. And I can't wait to hear like the girls that are currently in DM now of where you guys are going to be in the next few months. Yeah.
That's so good. Something else I was just gonna say, Mel, was oh my God, mind blank. It will come to me.
Post conference brain fog.
Yeah, it will come to me. Socially, battery is dead.
Yeah.
That's what I wasn't going to say this, but Mel is like really good at all of the statistics, as she just completely, like, I completely just forgot about the Launchpad stuff like that. So rely on her for that. I will be the one that will give you a kick up the ass if you need it. I will tell you like your motivation if you need it. So, but there was something else I was going to say, and it felt really important, and I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm your stats and numbers girl. So if you're like, how do I get
Is
the
that the
DM?
social media? There's a social media training in October on the Monday nights instead of the Monday night calls.
Oh,
That's good.
oh, I did see, I know they talked about it, I think on, hang on, I've got it in my phone. Thanks, Karen. I was like, oh, yeah, I know there was
Instead
something.
of
I
the
took a
usual
photo of
Monday
it.
night calls, they have in the social media training, some social media training.
Where is it? I took a photo of it. So it's called the Digital Lab. 6 live virtual sessions on Mondays at 7 p.m. starting from October. So it'll go for 6 weeks, I assume, from the first Monday of October, instead of the corporate call. And we should get emails about it, but if those who, like Kate, doesn't get them, I will just put them in the chat. And I think there's a new sales incentive at the moment. So this October, November, take your business to new heights by growing your central district volume and success line volume by enrolling preferred clients and independent consultants. You can qualify to win a high tea and spa experience in your local 5-star hotel. So I assume they've like organized you to go to the city or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember it now.
Yeah.
It was just that something I hear Chloe say all the time is we paid $99 to literally have the opportunity to change our lives, and some of us aren't loud enough about it. I know I'm not loud enough about it. But if you were to start your own personal business or your brand and you spent $20,000 on making your business model, website, product, you would be doing absolutely everything to make that money back and make sure that you're the biggest brand known, right? So treat it like that. Treat it like an actual business because that's what it is. And sometimes it's a little bit catch-22 of the sense of like, sometimes I wish it was more to sign up so then people would treat it more like a business and really like, sometimes we can just be like, oh, it was $99 if it doesn't work out, whatever. And I think it's just really important to remember that, yeah, we are business owners now, and we do have a business to run. So it's not a side hobby. It's nothing like that. But yeah, that's basically it for tonight. I'm running out of time, so we've made it on really good time. And yeah, I will chat to you guys later. And the Bold Nation chat is active and running, so fire away in there. All right, see you later.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.